Hi guys, this is Sansanmashi, and this is going to be a pick a card reading on a message you may benefit from hearing right now. So yeah, so that's what this video is. I have quite a few other types of videos I want to do, so I want to share with you guys what's going to be upcoming this week later. I'm going to be doing a sort of I had this idea, and now it's like especially inspired by my friend who has a channel. Her channel is called, I always forget, Spiritual Evolution Alpha She-Wolf, I think. And so she called it a Facts About Me. But yeah, I plan on doing a video where I sort of talk about, my idea was like I just tell you guys what I do like every day. So my video is probably going to be something like my daily life or daily routine, just because one of my friends through email, she actually asked, she was like, so what do you do on the weekends? And I was like, what do I do on the weekends? So I plan on making that video. And another friend of mine who I talked to in the comments, I let her know that I have an idea for a video upcoming, and she said that she looks forward to it. So if you see this video, if you're wondering what that video is going to be all about, it's basically what I just described. So I'm going to go ahead and set up. I got a recent puzzle, just so you guys know. It's this two-sided puzzle. So you guys are going to be seeing this side first. It's really exciting. I also plan on doing this type of horoscope reading using these 12 months on here before I dismantle this puzzle and solve the other side. The other side is the constellations, but right now it's with the 12-month birthstones. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up a bit better and move some things. Also, feel free to go to the timestamp below for your readings 1, 2, or 3. If you'd like to meditate on a crystal or choose 1, 2, or 3 based off of a crystal. Reading number 1 is going to be Indigo Gabbro. Reading number 2 is going to be Honey Calcite. And reading number 3 is going to be Lapis Lazuli. Let me just clear up some space. And yeah, I do want to light up another incense. Alright, spirit, higher self, higher vibrational energies, higher dimensional beings, angels, deities, you name it. I pray for crystal clear messages and to give the readings that people who choose these readings may need to hear, or may benefit from hearing rather, at this time. Okay. Just making space. I do plan on using this deck again for this reading. Or perhaps not. We shall see. I do plan on it. I think I'm going to use that deck for one of the 3 readings. If you guys want to choose based off of the decks, I actually am planning on setting the intention of which decks I'm going to use. Nah, I'm just going to be using a bunch of decks. We'll see how this all goes. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started with reading number 1 for messages you may benefit from hearing right now. So, something that I feel is going to be in all 3 is going to be the medicine deck, because I had used it recently and I love this deck, and I feel this is very much the vibe for the readings I'm going to be doing right now. And actually, yeah, so this is universal. This is going to be in all 3 readings. Reading 1 is going to be using the Wisdom Seekers Tarot deck. Reading 2 is going to be using my One Piece Uno deck. Reading 3 is going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. I will give like a slight sort of warning that it's like one of the darker decks, so the cards may look spooky. The messages, more or less, should be quite positive. Here, and I'm going to go ahead and move the reading down this way. Or actually, nah, you guys can just kind of try and see both. And I'll hold the cards up and show you guys the cards I'm looking at the times, but I'll be here chilling with you guys, and I'm going to raise not only the vibration, but the camera. Yeah, I'll just have it facing me. Hi guys! Okay. Some themes. Reading 1's theme is going to very much be, chances are these are all going to get love-based, just so you guys know. But reading 1 is going to be very much regarding love and the matters of the heart in terms of having an offer open for another. Perhaps there's someone you hold dearly in your heart and you feel and think about them quite a lot. So that might be reading 1 for you. Reading 2 is going to have more to do with, so if you want to dabble with all the 3 messages, definitely feel free, you know. But yeah, reading 2 is going to be very change based. This is going to be talking more about the significant changes going on around you, and kind of universally I feel a lot is happening here. There's major transformation that's been going on throughout September. I've been feeling a lot. Many people I know have been feeling a lot. Perhaps you guys have been feeling it too. And then reading 3, I feel is very passionate based, sort of slow and steady, growing something bigger. You are working on something with patience and strategy, creativity, cleverness, things like that. Feminine energy, since we get this loop here. So, and I really like how this loop is going. So yeah, I'm gonna pick up on that energy a bit later. So I'm gonna get started now with reading 1. I'm just gonna move these kind of off to the side a bit. And reading 1, it's Indigo Gabbro, and it is the Wisdom Seekers deck. Hope you guys are okay that I'm facing the camera. Very much inspired by a channel, Jesse Kalen 777. His channel is very cool, and right away I split open this book to the Ace of Wands. So I feel something has finally sprouted out of the ground. Something you've been waiting to happen kind of did. Whether that's an idea or whether that's just something you've made a space for in your imagination, in your heart, in your thoughts. Something you've been like kind of desiring to blossom into this world. I feel as though it really has, and it blossomed through your feelings. It's something you care about. Of course, I mean, that makes sense, but it's very emotional based. It's not something that you channeled your mind into necessarily, like strategizing, for example, but rather it's like you had a feeling about something and it kind of like manifested. So your feelings, kind of almost without thought, sort of just manifested. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. The 7 of Pentacles. Well, let me go one card at a time. It's something that was always there, so to speak, but you didn't quite see it before. So this isn't like moving somewhere super new, perhaps, but rather it's more like where you are at. It's kind of like, forget the phrase, it's like smell the roses or whatever. You're kind of seeing, you're appreciating the situation you are in now. A situation that perhaps before you were like, oh, when am I going to get out of this? When am I going to get out of this? When can I leave this place? When can I leave this place? This situation, so to speak, in the physical world. Something sprouted that you just kind of see right away. You're like, definitely, if I wasn't here in this place, that thing that sprouted, that gift, that kind of grew from almost out of nowhere, but really out of the ground, out of your own energy, your root chakra, your own grounding energy. You manifested it. It is also thanks to the environment you are in. So I feel like you are having a newfound appreciation for literally where you are at right now on your journey. And just like yoga, we're gonna slow things down. Two cards are gonna come out. This one and this one. So it's a moment of suspension. People say suspension a lot with the Hanged Man. I feel, yep, just like with that Seven of Pentacles energy, it's a place that you were stuck, so to speak, before. But the positive message is during this time of feeling stuck, you can leave. You can free yourself by going within and leaving your situation and thinking, by going more within yourself, you think more outwards, you think more universally. You're seeing the bigger picture, all of this, realizing that just because you are tied to this branch doesn't mean you aren't growing or getting the nutrients necessary to be able to do the sort of like sit up to like untie your ankle or from this like branch or from this bar hanging off the tree. The truth is you put yourself there for training mode. This isn't a part of an actual branch. This is like a bar that you or someone put up between the trees and you tied yourself onto it to then sit there and think and meditate. And so I see within that time, during this time right now perhaps, that you are able to kind of look back on the past and look back on your present even of where you are right now and sort of reevaluate what exactly is it that you want to create. What exactly is it like that you're trying to move away from, and how are you going to do it? This new ideas that are sprouting in this place are the little bits of experience, these little red fruit things everywhere that you're kind of absorbing and eating and gaining knowledge about on, okay, so there's still more for me to gain here. The truth is these fruit are actually quite good. Yeah, there's just fruit here. There's not a whole lot else in comparison to what you want, but it is the stuff that you need to then go farther on your journey to more of what it is that you truly want, which is to leave someday, eventually, but it's not right now. Okay, so these three cards from the bottom sort of slipped out. So this is an energy, I can see why you would want to move away. It is quite isolating. You are kind of persevering and hanging on. You've been working yourself up, trying really hard to build something with what you have, and it's just simply, it is the case. This place, while it's got great stuff, with the limited resources, it's not enough for this tower to really remain intact, for this tower that you've been working on to really hold on. And so, but it is one that, you've worked hard on, so you're pretty determined to finish this project, basically. And it's just a matter of time. you're just kind of, there's that cloud surrounding the sun. So yeah, you're kind of waiting for a signal, even to hear a signal that like, oh, now's the time to go. Now's the time to act. And these two birds, I feel this is you and another. You and another are kind of persevering, and you're both looking at this cloud, or like you're like staring at. You're like, when's that cloud gonna move? When's that cloud gonna move? And eventually the cloud moves, and I think that's when these birds kind of like, and then accidentally, or rather, I don't know, purposely mesh together, fuse into one, and become a wand on top. And this tower will be complete. And I keep seeing that the tower is over here, so it's funny because I'm hearing this tower, once it's complete, it is meant to then get knocked down. In a positive way. We get the, wow, this is another time that the Fool and the tower have come out together. So I feel it's just because they're very next to each other. They really want to keep coming out together. So yeah, this is one where you get to go on a new journey. One that's going to break down that tower. They go hand in hand. Starting this new journey does also mean starting from scratch. But this scratch, from the materials that get toppled over, they're not lost. They just get to be dismantled. Like this puzzle, that I wanted to show you guys. Here it is. If you guys can see it. And if you guys can see, it's got a backside. There's Leo. So I'm really excited to take it apart and solve it again. This card on top wants to come out. Let's see. This is the Three of Cups. Yeah, but so yeah, just like if you break down a wall, the materials are all now spread out, and you can do something new with that. You can build something again. You can use some of the materials and bring in some other materials. A really big quote for me that I enjoy from one of Jesse Kalen 777's videos recently is you have to let go and release the old to allow something new to enter. So that is very much what this tower is all about. And I see what's coming through is Three of Cups, a time where it's no longer the Nine of Wands, no longer persevering, building a tower, building a sand castle on your own. Now it's more about having fun. Now it's like, you know what, I don't even have a tower, I don't even have a castle to worry about. Let's just go get some drinks and have a good time. Moderately, at a moderation. Or let's just go, maybe drinking's like not really the best scene right now. That's not even really my scene, so I don't know why I threw that out there, but I guess the point is that it's casual. The point is that it's fun, and that the point of it is simply love, is that it's simply enjoyable for you and all, that all of you together are enjoying the same thing. So on a different note, that's like less of that, less intoxicating and more just messages, that could include even something like, oh, let's all sit down and watch anime, or let's all just sit down and talk and have a good time. Let's go to a dance. Let's go to a ball, a party. It doesn't have to be one thing or the other, but overall it's a form of celebration, I feel, of having a really good time. And I'm hearing to sing like the sun will come out tomorrow, bet your dollar, da 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 da, so if with all this stuff going on right now, I'm kind of tapping at the cards, there's a lot of positivity you're experiencing through it, but at the same time a lot of suspension. So I feel there will be a time to be able to wind down and have fun. Truly, I really do see that energy coming forth, but it could be a while with that Hanged Man's energy and this whole Fool Tower card energy. This is really gonna be a helpful component for this fun time to come forth, and for these two birds to mesh and create a final wand. And I feel this moment is going to be very relevant to this tower moment. I feel that the tower is built when you and another come together, and then the tower is then dismantled for a new journey together for celebration and fun and joy to begin. A final message to come through with all of this. Well, when I lifted up the deck, the bottom card stayed, and it makes sense to me this is here, but we get dog, so this is something of loyalty. Buffalo, this is something of appreciation. This is some connection you are very committed to and greatly appreciate for what it already is, has been, and it will be forever. It's something you'll greatly be appreciative of. I hear like eternal gratitude. And that's why you're playing it safe. The weasel and the whale. You are playing safe, you are watching, you are recording your own story. You are keeping track of the journey. You're not getting swept away. You are going with the waves and absorbing the knowledge and accepting all that this universe has to offer. So these are helpful energies for those of you who chose reading 1, and I guess this is just helpful energies in general. I feel all spirit or all medicine cards is a helpful energy. A final one is also to not forget to work. This to me is the bee, being busy as a bee. So with all this in mind, you do have certain responsibilities to be working on with yourself. This could be taking care of your body. This could be, if you have a job, going to it. If life is your job, you know, which I think it's all of our jobs. We're here, so it's just, you know, doing what's best for yourself is what I'm trying to say from that. Make sure you're working on something. Don't focus in so much on this cloud. I feel you are going to see when the cloud spreads out. You don't even need to look at the cloud. Think about it. If you're walking around and it's gloomy and dark and suddenly the sun comes out, suddenly the cloud moves away, you don't need to be looking up there to notice that everything got brighter. So you're going to notice when the cloud moves just by your surroundings. It's just going to show its own way. So with that in mind, and that cloud is representative of this relationship, this connection, that really all you can do is wait and think on, like it's something that you can't really work on right now. There are things you can work on that you do appreciate that are regarding taking care of yourself. You're still loyal, like, but you gotta go swim out and go and do your own thing and have your own experiences. You're always kind of going to be keeping tabs on this situation, this person, this love interest, but more so than that, or equally important, is that you're playing out your own life, your own journey. So yeah, those are the messages I get for reading 1. Hope they resonate. Sending love and light. I might hear from you guys for reading 2 and 3, or, you know, if not, peace out. Okay, so reading number 2, we're going to get started with the One Piece Uno deck. So, major changes, great shifts happening. This is honey calcite. I feel this is connected energy to reading 1, simply because, once again, I lifted this deck and the bottom card showed it. It's the 7 of Pentacles. That card was just in the last deck, so if you guys were drawn to reading 1, there might be very similar messages. This might, yet again, be messages regarding love, but more as well regarding getting out of your situation right now. Great changes on steps on how to get out of the situation. The 4 of Wands, a union, a coming together, a celebration, joy, time for peace, harmony, relaxation. Eight of Swords, 10 of Swords, Judgment, the world. So, there's something your mind is still stuck on that you found a way out of. So 8 of Swords is an energy of, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? You're trapped, you're bound, your eyes are shielded, or there's a blindfold. You can't see. But the truth is, if you just step forward, you'll free yourself, and the blinds will, and the rope, whatever, it'll just naturally come off. Um, anyways, judgment with that, it's just like, you know this, and so you took a step forward, and yep, the Eight of Swords went away. You could see you got yourself out of it simply by taking steps. Good judgment. You made do with what you had. You made the best that you could with what you had in your surroundings, and you got yourself out. Ten of Swords. This got cycled out. The Ten of Swords, swords in your back. Something happened. Cycle was completed, is completed, and you've healed, and you got through a lot of it. It doesn't have to be necessarily dark night of the soul, as we hear a lot, but it's like getting through a type of dark energy, like a dark cloud over your head all the time. You just kind of like let, the truth is, it was attracted to what you were feeling within, and then when you just like let that out without, let what was in, letting it out, you know what I'm trying to say? Like crying, or just like completely feeling and accepting a loss and just letting that out. That energy just really helped cycle this out. And if this stuff hasn't happened, I feel this is stuff that is going on, either bit by bit or suddenly and surely. But these, just like these 4 cards, I feel this is these are the components to the 4 of Wands. So these things happening, getting yourself unstuck, believing in your own will to survive, in your own will to make the best of any situation, just positivity, happy-go-lucky, loving the moments, loving the pain even, not because you truly love it, but because you know that good times are going to come from it. You just got to survive, and you are getting out of this near, like, this is metaphorical, or it could be literal for you, but metaphorical near-death situation. It's a matter of survival, and you're not going to back down. You got so close to that, oh no, rock bottom, but you were like, nope, my will to survive is always going to overcome any challenge, 10 out of 10 times, every single time, against all odds. And you cycled out the pain because you kept moving forward. You were not going to stop. You are going to do everything to make your dreams come true, because you have an ambition that nobody can stop. And so 4 of Wands, this victory, this success, which is really 6 of Wands, but I'm feeling it, you know. It's really, you're getting there. And that is a major shift going on recently. Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, the Magician. With that, and this is positive, I'm just thinking, I'm just really reflecting on this and meditating on these cards real quick. The 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Magician. I just get a very clear message from this that it's just a continuation of what I was talking about. You're really creating that world for yourself. Whether that was just about your journey of healing, this journey of healing, it's not just spiritual, it's physical. You are receiving gifts in the material world because of your own talents. It's because you deserve these gifts. You deserve what is rightfully yours, which is all the abundance that you want and need and deserve. And you have it. You really do have it. Sometimes it feels like it just gets stripped away, maybe. Sometimes it feels like you lose abundance, but it's not true. It's an illusion. Abundance is always coming and going. It's always a flow. There will always be money coming your way. There will always be money that you send coming other people's way. It's really the matter of what it is. It's all exchange of energy. And so if you feel the law of attraction, the positivity of, I can always do this, I can always make more, I can always find more, I can find a way, I'll always create, and by constantly creating, you really do build up this foundation, this security, this prosperity. I'm just saying positive words now, but it's, I don't know, I'm really feeling that energy. Spirit, final message from this deck. Ace of Swords, clarity. It fell on top of this card over here, which is shine, the sun. This came out in a reading I did recently for someone. I don't remember which deck it was, but that person was pretty thrilled. They got the sun at the end of their reading, and I'm pretty thrilled about that too. But yeah, the sun. This is a very positive time. You are shining. You really are shining. I'm not getting the energy necessarily, but if you feel like people might not be seeing you shine, or that maybe you feel different, or you're like, wow, I feel so changed and shining, I wonder if people notice. Yes, you shine. You shine so brightly the way you deserve to shine. Everyone here deserves to shine just equally and as brightly, because we are all stars. We are all part of the solar system. We are all radiant beams of love and light. And so the more love and light you fill and give and receive and embody and embrace, the more you attract that same type of vibration. And by attracting that vibration, stars attract stars, light attracts light, shining attracts more shining. So yeah, so I don't mean to imply that it matters that people necessarily see you shining like a star, but it's like you deserve it is what I'm trying to say. Like you truly do. You really do deserve that positivity. You really deserve all the abundance, love, and reward, and the reward of existing, and the reward of giving love and receiving that love, because just how you deserve to give love, you definitely deserve to receive love. So there's nothing wrong with shining and being a star, honestly. Take the lead. 3 of Wands. Moving forward. I'm hearing to charge forward. This is an energy of waiting. But it's more like I like to use this analogy a lot. A ball is being passed to you, and then you hit off the ball. So this is a message of you keep doing your own thing, and this energy from perhaps a particular person about love, this message, an offer of love will come your way, but you can't, just like how there's a net and everything in volleyball, you can't just run to the opposing field, the opposing side. I like to see volleyball as like a one-team game. I feel like both the other side and my side were the same team, and points don't really matter. I just want the ball to go forever and ever. That's how I feel about volleyball. So with that in mind, it's kind of like, yeah, so they are passing the ball over to you. You will have your turn to hit the ball and receive it. Sometimes the ball goes to your side. It's at a place that's just out of your distance. That's fine. Be at the quadrant in the field that you're at, because where that is where you're shining. You're doing your own thing. You're finding your own clarity. You're creating your own abundance and everything. So be patient with this love. This is what I'm hearing. Message, Spirit, about this love is strengthening bonds. The bond is truly what is strengthening in the material world as you do your own thing. One more message from this deck, please. Lead. So this is the masculine, divine masculine. This is the Emperor in this deck. So they have to step forward. They have to come forward as themselves with their own messages, with their own, what they have found, their plan, what they have come up with, their guidance with all this. They need to step forward. This person in the connection for you guys out there. I feel this resonates in my situation too, because this bond is always strengthening as you focus in on what you're good at, your own. I feel much more feminine energy from you guys. The divine feminine energy of creating and nurturing it's kind of not on you in this love connection to step forward with a message. It really is on them. We get it. As Divine Feminines, you probably have a really good, this card is still out, really good balance on your feminine and masculine energy. You're already really good with balancing them out. If the Divine Masculine person, the other person doesn't have their energies balanced out and they can't both nurture and take forward as themselves, then you would be stepping in and doing their job too, if we look at this as a matter of work, you know? So you don't have to do that. I also want to mention, not to spook anybody, but just because I understand everyone's journey is different from mine. For me, I'm pretty much committed and faithful to the journey I am on with this person, my twin flame. I personally feel like I could wait forever. Will I wait forever? I don't know. So in terms of, I just want to get this clear for you guys out there. If my messages make it sound like you have to wait, you don't. You can do whatever it is you want. I trust you. I trust whatever experiences that you feel. So if you feel that you deserve better than, waiting around and stuff, if that's what it feels like to you, then get out there, you can pursue your own happiness and have that love with another. If it's not about what it's about for me. For me, what it's about is there's just one person I can only picture, like, at the end of that aisle, like at a wedding day, like, and the universe kind of throws, this is my story, by the way, sorry, reading 2 is about over, but there will be some more messages. You can skip through this to see it. When you see, like, a big card showing up, that's when your message comes up. It's the Ant, so it's a card of patience, so that's the end of the reading. Be patient, if you're dedicated to this connection. Sending love and light, peace out, but, what was I saying? So with my connection, with that, the universe has sent people my way, and I'm like, woo, that person's cute. and then later on, I'm watching a movie today, and it's a movie, and there's a wedding, and of course I'm breaking down a little bit. My heart is beating fast, not like heavy and fast, but it's like just like quick, and the pain, not pain, but like sort of, but my tears of just like understanding I deserve that, I deserve that, I am that, I am married spiritually. I am in a connection that I feel married to, and that cute person I met the other day or got in touch with, I just realized I couldn't picture them at the end of the aisle. I couldn't picture myself with that person. The only person I can picture right now is my twin flame. So basically, if you can picture someone else at the end of your vision, go for it. There's no reason for you to have to just wait, just because you're in a twin flame connection. Being in a certain connection, a soulmate connection, karmic connection, whatever you want to have the label on it as, you can do anything you feel you want and deserve. You do not have to wait around for anything or anyone. So, yeah. Reading number 3 is really going to end up in the next video because I feel the storage space is just going to cut out on its own. So I'm going to do a second video for that and put that link in the description. I hope this was a clear message on how I feel about love, on if you should or shouldn't wait on a twin flame. I feel I'm going to make an actual video where I kind of say this again, but label the video how I feel about waiting on your twin flame, or some sort of title like that. So basically it's like, me personally, I'm gonna do it. That's my journey. Chances are I can actually see myself going my entire life being single because I'm so in love and committed to a connection, and it's not about the physical, it's just about the connection. And it's like, as much as I want that connection, I really, believe me guys, I really do want that physical chemistry and like those fantasies that I have, like to play them out with that person. I don't even know, like, that's like what I guess my twin flame wants, I keep wanting to say partner, but like that's not on, like in the 3D we are friends. In the 3D we know each other. In the 5D he's my partner to me. So yeah, that's my own take. So, and it's a little messed up because basically how that goes is, you know, if we don't get together, then that means he's probably with someone else. Maybe he is single too. And then him being with someone else, you know, the message goes, but wait, son, he is with someone. What about you, right? I just can't for some reason. At this present moment, and it might change in the future. It could very much change in the future. But if he's with someone, clearly he can envision something down the road. And if he can't, then he's not really committed to that connection now, is he? You know? Stuff like that. And so I sure hope he can commit to another connection. The thing is, as painful as that may sound, like, it's just because of what he means to me that makes me feel this commitment in the 5D, and I know I can be able to move on and let go from that if I happen to fall in love with a person that what he means to me, that they mean that to me too. And everyone, you all mean the world to me, but this type of connection where I don't feel, where I feel that this person can love me and like hang out with me like the way I have felt about my whole life since being a little kid, how I dreamt like what friendship was really going to be about. This is that person. And so basically what I'm trying to say, what I'm committed to, is that he is my best friend, and that in the future someday, my love partner, if it happens to not be him, can very much manifest, but it's going to be quite a challenge for that to manifest, because the intensity I feel from marriage is what a best friend is to me. And so in a sense, I'm already married and like all that stuff, but I'm not. It's confusing, it's weird, it's strange to describe, but it's my journey and I understand it's not everyone else's. So I just want to really be clear on my opinion on twin flame connection, or just love in general. Like if you're waiting on a person, that naturally if you're like committed to them and they're not technically committed in the 3D to you, like that does not actually really sound that cool. So I support you going to a different connection, not like going to a different, but you know what I mean. I support if you pursue love, because if I feel the way that I want with my connection with another person, I feel I deserve to pursue that. If my best friend, my twin flame, that has not like reached out to me or been able to, where'd that card go? Be able to step up as the divine masculine, basically in time. But I already went 21 years of this life as Sun Wen, kind of single. I mean, there was a relationship that's very dear and important to me, and I learned a lot. But I went 21 years, basically 20 years, almost 21, without knowing him. I've always known him, but without meeting him in the 3D. And I went that long without my like best friend in the 3D. It's not any different now. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep trusting the way I feel. I trust in him. I trust we'll see each other again. I trust this will all clear up and all make sense. And I could probably wait a very long time, since I'm very good at being patient, because I feel this way. Yeah, but I also deserve like whatever it is that I desire. So, you know, if I feel an intense, passionate love, or there's a time where I meet someone and it's not like a person that I'm getting with commitment-wise, but we're just getting with physical-wise. Like, if that kind of experience comes up some way, somehow, I'll be open to it, because exactly, like,